This story is titled Life After Divorce, the journey of deeper life sister Sarah. Sarah stood at the edge of her small balcony, the evening breeze brushing against her cheeks. Her eyes followed the children playing down the street, laughing and kicking up dust. She clutched the edge of her wrapper tighter. They reminded her of the family she once dreamed of, full, happy, alive. But dreams don't always come true. Sarah had been a devoted deeper life Christian, the kind that never missed Monday Bible study, Thursday revival service, or Sunday worship. The kind that prayed at 5 a.m. every morning, wore her head covering even at home, and wouldn't wear earrings no matter how beautiful they looked. She married Matthew at 29, a quiet man, also in deeper life. They met in the youth fellowship and courted the right way, no touching, no hanging out alone, no distractions. She thought it was God's will. She was sure of it. But what she didn't see during courtship was that Matthew was emotionally distant, hard to please, and carried wounds from a childhood he never spoke of. Still, Sarah believed love could conquer all, until love began to disappear. The years that broke her. At first, it was just silence. Then it became criticism. Your soup is too watery. Why are you always going to church? Are you married to God or to me? Stop reading that Bible all the time. Be a real wife. Sarah began to shrink. She tried to fast and pray more. Maybe the devil was attacking her marriage. Maybe God was testing her. Maybe she was the problem. They were married for 11 years, but for the last 4, he stopped touching her. No intimacy. No affection. Just cold stares and occasional outbursts. He cheated. Once. Maybe twice. She found the messages. She cried in the bathroom until her voice was gone. But still, she stayed. Because deeper life sisters don't walk away. Because she feared what the church would say. Because she believed God could still fix it. Until he left. The day everything collapsed. He came home one evening and said, "Sarah, I want a divorce." No emotion. No explanation. Just a flat statement. She thought he was joking. "I'm tired," he continued. "I don't want this holy, boring life anymore. I want freedom." The next week, he moved out, left her with nothing but church clothes and unpaid bills. The silent stigma. Sarah thought the worst was the pain of losing her marriage. She was wrong. The real pain came from her church family. The stares. The subtle whispers. The sisters who used to hug her now walked past with forced smiles. Nobody asked for her side. Nobody called to pray with her. To them, she was now the divorced one. Her house fellowship leader said, "Sister Sarah, just keep praying. Maybe God will bring him back." Bring him back. Back to what? She began to lose weight, to cry herself to sleep, to question the God she had served all her life. "Lord, did I not honor you? Why then have you allowed me to be disgraced?" A secret decision. One night, Sarah had a dream. She saw herself in a prison, no bars, but a suffocating silence. In the dream, she heard a voice, "Leave the gate and live." The next morning, she woke up with a strange peace. She did the unthinkable. She left deeper life. She didn't make noise. She didn't announce it. She just quietly stopped going. The search for herself. Sarah joined a small Pentecostal church nearby. It was louder, freer, unfamiliar, but she stayed. There, she met Pastor Linda, a kind woman who welcomed her without judgment. For the first time in years, Sarah could laugh. She could lift her hands in worship and not feel like a failure. 6 months later, she met Daniel, a widower, kind and mature. He listened. He prayed with her. He saw her. They became close. But guilt began to creep in. Can I remarry? What about what the church taught me? What if I'm sinning? She wrestled with it for weeks. Then one Sunday, Pastor Linda preached a message titled Grace Beyond the Rules. Sarah cried the entire service. She made up her mind. She married Daniel 1 year later. Quietly. No big wedding. Just a few friends and family. The twist of judgment. News spread fast. A deeper life sister had remarried. Some said she had backslidden. Some said she was no longer saved, but Sarah didn't mind anymore, because for the first time in a long time, she was truly alive. New battles. Marriage wasn't perfect. Daniel had 2 children. Sarah struggled to connect with them at first. She wanted a baby of her own, but years of emotional trauma had affected her womb. She cried secretly. One day, she told God, "If you never give me a child, I will still praise you. Just give me peace." And he did. She started mentoring women, not in a church, in living rooms, schools, markets. Women from different backgrounds, divorced, abused, rejected. She called it Daughters of Grace. Full circle. 3 years after leaving Deeper Life, one of her old friends from church, Sister Blessing, came to her meeting in tears. "Sarah, I judged you, but now I understand. I'm going through the same thing." They hugged and cried together. Sarah whispered, "God doesn't throw us away, even when people do." Conclusion: a story of grace. Sister Sarah's story is not one of failure. It's a story of rising again. She lost her marriage. She lost her church family. She lost everything she thought made her whole. But she found something greater: grace, peace, purpose. Today, she stands tall, not because life was kind, but because God never let go. If this story touched your heart, share it. Leave a comment and subscribe for more powerful real-life stories of faith, pain, and redemption.